attack your engine every time you drive can cause friction, robbing it of performance and fuel efficiency. Haviland shields it. Because a clean engine runs better. Defend your engine. Haviland with Deposit Shield.
The 2010 ACC Soccer Championships here in Cary, North Carolina, really over the last 2 decades or so has been otherwise known as the Carolina Invitational. Well, they almost tasted their first loss in the Women's Championships until a saving goal by senior Megan Klingenberg came with 2.5 minutes remaining in the second half, and they have drawn even with Wake Forest. Patrick Kinas, Jen Hildreth, along with Carl Scheer and the rest of the ACC Network crew. And Jen, let's go back to that equalizing goal by Klingenberg that has drawn us now to the doorstep of overtime.
We'll see how North Carolina gets it set up here in just a moment. They're attacking down the right side of the field, which is where they've gone a lot of times, and we'll get that for you in just a minute, getting it queued up for you guys. But so often we saw North Carolina try to go against Jackie Logue, the phenomenal left back for Wake Forest, and try to beat her one-on-one, and they didn't have success. This time it was different.
All right, let's watch the entry, the feed from McFarland, and then the little kiss off the side of a head of a heel that sets it up.
And did you see what happened to the goalkeeper on that play? Bledsoe came out, couldn't get the cross, has to go back, reposition herself, maybe isn't exactly where she wants to be, might have been caught back on her heels a little bit. And Klingenberg was exactly where she needed to be and slots it in there for the equalizer.
Well, it looked like it might have been off of Allie Hawkins, the intermediary in that 3-heel alignment that led to Klingenberg's tying goal. All right,
good job. I kept trying to figure out who that was in there, too. I'm glad you kept your eye on it. I was watching the goalkeeper that time around.
All right, Jen, let's let you bring the fans abreast on the overtime rules here as we get ready to start.
All right, well, you'll see there's 10 minutes that are going to go up on the clock. You will play 2 10-minute periods if needed, but it is golden goal. So whoever scores first, game over, they win.
All right, Carolina, the teams did not switch sides, so Carolina's still working left to right, and the Heels will have the first possession here of overtime. North Carolina 57-0-3 all-time in this tournament. And there's a tie-up near midfield, and a foul goes on Carolina. Katie Klimczak, who had a forgettable second half. She is still on the pitch for UNC.
Mostly forgettable for those who maybe haven't seen it, because she had a couple opportunities on corner kicks where they both, 2 in a row, sailed right over the crossbar. She was more active and got more balls in the first half than she did really in the second in dangerous positions. And it looks like Anson Dorrance has decided to keep his freshman Meg Morris. No, she has moved her back.
All right, here is Klimczak with some space. Good tap away from Logue. Klimczak still on the approach. She'll send it through. Oh, that got all the way through.
Hey, worked once before. Might as well try it again.
Klingenberg a couple of yards in front of it. And this is Klingenberg off the left side. And she'll send it to the middle of the box and kicked out of there by Woodson. And now headed out by Woodson. Premji sends it far side. Klingenberg again. She'll hold up the hand. Wake Forest knocks it out. It'll be a Carolina corner. We're a minute 45 into overtime. And the set piece for the Heels. This could send North Carolina to where it has been just about every year here in the ACC tournament for a shot in the finals. Oh, and a challenge by Bledsoe on that corner. Dangerous. It'll be a goal kick for Wake Forest. Certainly was not playing that corner passively. Let's talk now as Bledsoe is ready to deliver this one down the field. Talk psyche here for the Demon Deacons. They were that close, and now all of a sudden they're in a gut check battle in overtime.
Yeah, you have to have a short memory here if you're Wake Forest, because all of a sudden your world got turned upside down. You're about less than 3 minutes away from advancing and really getting a monumental win for your program. And now you can't think about what might have been. You've got to think about, how do we get it back? What were we doing well? And maybe working a little more attack into it. You know, they probably sat in on their defense a little more than they'll be able to at this point.
And again, if you are the outstanding freshman Katie Stengel, the one thing you cannot do is think about your 2 opportunities to hammer this game 6 feet under. She had basically an open net, slightly off balance. She had already beaten the defenders and the keeper, and from about 22 yards away, using the left foot, simply overshot the crossbar.
Yeah,
that would have made it 2-0.
Yeah, you certainly can't think about those right now. When the match is over, then you'll think about them. You'll talk about them with your coach. You'll watch the video. You'll go through all of that. But right now, you just hope you get another chance.
Yeah. A Deacon goal would make the post-game meal taste a whole lot better for Stengel if they can knock off the heels here in overtime. If we're scoreless through these 2 10-minute overtime periods, we move on to PKs for a spot in the finals. They go over the top looking for Stengel. Stengel tries to maintain, falls down in the box, and they play on. No foul.
Yeah, that was well played by North Carolina and Brigman.
Now Wake will send it across, headed away, but not through the box. That just misconnecting with Kristen Meyer. And Wake will hang on to it. This is McSally.
Just ran out of room down that sideline.
McSally had the goal early stages, second half, that put Wake Forest on top.
She had 2 goals in the quarterfinal after not having any goals all season long.
Clearly a postseason player.
Yeah.
No goals regular season. It's like being a 5 o'clock hitter in baseball.
That's right. Well, you know, she's been put into really more of an attacking position in this ACC tournament. With D'Agostino taking a little bit of an injury, they moved her outside away from an attacking role and moved McSally into more of an attacking role out of the midfield. And clearly it's paid off for her.
Here is Meg Morris, who's been all over the field delivering a long ball that's headed down by Logue. And now Wake Forest, plenty of help on the back line. Oh, near giveaway, and there's a hard challenge they allow. And Wake's Amanda Howell sends it ahead. There's a whistle and a Tar Heel foul. That goes on Premji.
Howell fortunate there that she was able to come out of that. You want to be composed on the ball, and she is. That's one of her strengths. But you need to be careful playing around right around the top of the box, middle of the field, couple opposing players around you. Yeah.
First overtime, a little more than half.